Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana. It's a beautiful Indian summer day for Homecoming 2022 as the homestanding Louisiana Tech Bulldogs entertain the Rice Owls out of Conference USA. We welcome you inside beautiful Joe I.A. Stadium. I'm Lyn Rollins, happy to be joined by Chris Mycoskie. Chris, last week, both these Rice and Louisiana Tech teams had a chance to win late in the game, but could not do it, both of them coming off disappointing losses.
Rice was up in the fourth quarter. Looked like they would go up by a couple of scores, but an interception in the end zone, and Florida Atlantic ends up winning that ball game. As far as Louisiana Tech is concerned, they trailed by only one score heading into the fourth. North Texas ends up beating them by 20.
We expect to see a lot of footballs in the air from both quarterbacks this afternoon. Let's start with receiver Trey Harris for Louisiana Tech. He is a fine multi-purpose pass catcher.
A big playmaker, Lynn. A season-high 129 yards receiving last week at the Mean Green, including a 58-yard TD grab that pulled Tech within 7 points in the third quarter. He's Tech's leader with 31 catches this season.
Rice has a bundle of fine pass catchers itself. Let's look at Bradley Rosner. He is a home run threat every time a ball is thrown his way.
Team leading 135 yards last week. More than half of that came on this one play, a 78-yard TD. He's the first Owl to have more than one TD reception over 70 yards since 2013.
He's a big target, averaging more than 23 yards per catch this year. He's a strapping guy at 6'6", 224 pounds. And Louisiana Tech has a big play in progress down inside the 10-yard line. And this crowd comes alive early. Crosby rumbling and outrunning some people and getting all the way down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, Louisiana Tech.
The redshirt freshman, he's Louisiana Tech's leading rusher on the year, had 388 yards coming into the day and adds a huge chunk of them right there, 49 more.
So first and goal for Louisiana Tech. McNeil has a protector to his left. Three potential receivers on the right side and a wideout Harris on the left side. The look, the throw, that's Harris on a crossing pattern. He's at the goal line, he's twisting, and he's in. Touchdown! Louisiana Tech, touchdown! Trey Harris. And after a 14-play drive by Rice to open the game, which took 7 minutes plus, Louisiana Tech scores in a fraction of that.
Didn't need much time at all, Lynn, to drive down that field. We'll get the official final count on that drive, but it did not last long at all. 1 minute and 32 seconds to drive down 64 yards.
Downing looking at a blitz, steps and fires. It is intercepted, it appears, at the goal line. The ball was slightly underthrown and picked off by Sean Fresh. That is his first interception of the season.
Fresh, somebody that the Rice coaching staff feels can be the best defensive player in this conference, leading one of the best defenses in CUSA. Comes in hungry every day, physical, flies around, and does whatever it takes to help Rice reach its goals. And the bugaboo continues for Downing and his ability to throw the ball accurately and outside of the range of defenders. His fourth INT on the year.
Now it's Broussard time, or has been in the past. He's the tailback in the eye. He's got it. Gets to the 2, gets to the 1. Ball is out. The football came loose. It's recovered by Louisiana Tech. Broussard was driving for extra yardage. The ball came out at the 1-yard line, and Louisiana Tech will take over after the second costly turnover.
Hugh Davis with the recovery, the Boston College transfer. And I tell you, with the naked eye, initially I thought maybe the knee was down, but no, that popped free well before the knee hit the turf. And Davis right there to fall on it. And Louisiana Tech will take over from their own 1.
So Louisiana Tech avoids the score, and twice Rice has had impressive, time-consuming, multi-play drives, and twice they have lost the football deep in Louisiana Tech territory. 1st and 10, Rice from the Louisiana Tech 32. Play action, McMahon looking to fire to the end zone. McCaffrey on the run, touchdown! A beautifully lofted ball out of the hands of T.J. McMahon. McCaffrey was double teamed, and the ball fell right into his outstretched arms. 32 yards on the hookup, and Rice finally has changed the scoreboard. This is beautiful.
The converted wide receiver making this grab and pulls his team within 4 points. What a tremendous player he has turned into at that position. And remember, he's only been taking snaps there at the collegiate level since the spring.
That was his 4th touchdown reception of the season. 4 plays, 43 yards. Rice has cut the gap. It's 10-7, Louisiana Tech. 2 receivers at the bottom of the formation. Smoke Harris in motion. A fake to Smoke. Pressure coming. Throw over the middle. Caught. Touchdown! Nathan Jones. Nathan Jones running the route out of the tight end position. The ball was well delivered by Matthew Downing, and Louisiana Tech gets a much-needed score.
The sophomore out of Malakoff, Texas, making the grab. His first career touchdown for Louisiana Tech. I don't think they're done with that. I think they're going to have plenty of tricks up their sleeve before this year is complete.
I think you're right. McMahon throws, and it is caught. Touchdown! No flags on the play, it appears. Rosner right there for the touchdown using his 6'5", 204-pound frame. Quick throw goes outside. There is running room. Touchdown. It appears. It appears. Yes, touchdown. Louisiana Tech, Trey Harris. He gets to the kennel. What a great play call on that long situation to go.
Yeah, and considering how much Louisiana Tech, the distance they had to cover after the previous loss, you're right, Lynn. Great play call, drawing that one up here, and Downing delivers the screen pass. Great blocks thrown. Smoke Harris able to find a seam, go to the near side, and get just inside the pylon.
Goes out into a pattern. He's got a linebacker covering. McCaffrey is open. McCaffrey steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. And a beautifully developed play, Chris, because there were 2 choices for potential touchdown receivers.
You just put it right in the hands of McCaffrey. He was a good 3 or 4 yards in front of Carabin when he made that call, made that catch rather, and had an unencumbered route to pay dirt along the left side. Makes the catch at around the 7-yard line, and nobody comes even close to putting a finger on him. But has been solid production all throughout the 3rd quarter and into the 4th so far. Huge series here for both teams.
McMahon keeps it after faking to Montgomery, and he's got some running room. He's behind the secondary. He is all the way to the end zone. T.J. McMahon, after faking to Cameron Montgomery, found a schism in the middle of that defense and took it to the end zone. And this, pending the extra point, will be the first Rice lead of the afternoon. 64 yards on the gallop, and he was untouched.
Previous to this, Lynn, his longest rush of the season, just 20 yards in the Owls' win over UAB. And here he rushes to glory from 64 yards away. And the Owls, with the PAT, will take the lead.
Van Sickle strikes it. Van Sickle drives it through, and the Owls suddenly, with 10:30 to go in the 4th quarter.
So not an issue yet.
28-27, Rice is trying to expand a 1-point lead. McCaffrey still on his feet. to the end zone, to the pylon. Touchdown. No flags, and Luke McCaffrey has turned into a one-man wrecking ball on this drive.
Well, you put the ball in his hands in every which way possible. The latest is out of the Wildcat formation, and he finds a place to go on the C gap and ultimately pushing that ball just over the pylon. And now we'll put Louisiana Tech in a situation with their backup quarterback having to make his way down the football field, trailing by 8.
Third down. Downing under pressure, lets it fly to the end zone. It's dropped. It is dropped by Cyrus Allen, and he is in disbelief. There is a penalty marker down, and there is an injured Louisiana Tech player.
Matthew Downing down on the turf. What a tremendous ball he threw to Allen there.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 7, defense, low hit on the quarterback.
You cannot throw a ball any better than that. Into double coverage and off the hands of Cyrus Allen.
On the fingertips of the freshman from New Orleans.
That is a perfectly delivered ball by Matthew Downing, and he paid the price. And Matthew Downing is in a lot of pain. Liddy has 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Pressure coming from the outside. Liddy lets it fly. Caught. Touchdown. Now they rule it incomplete. They rule it incomplete as Cyrus Allen was able to rise and make this catch. He dropped the previous throw.
His foot's down, Lynn.
And this one will be under a lot of review.
And the team and the crowd both just saw the replay on the video board, just like we saw. That left foot is in, clearly touchdown Bulldogs. They'll be setting up to go for 2, and that's the first meaningful throw of Liddy's collegiate career after getting those 2 completions in garbage time against Stephen F. Austin.
Meaningful with a capital M. So Cyrus Allen, after dropping one right in his hands on the previous pass, leaps, spins, and clutches with a tremendous effort right here, going high, twisting his body, coming down, and that foot appears to be clearly in the field of play in the end zone. Can Rice defend the 2-point conversion? Can Louisiana Tech forge a tie? We are about to find out. Lob pass outside. One-handed catch. There is a penalty marker down. There is a penalty marker down. Trey Harris made a one-handed catch in the right corner of the end zone. There is the flag. Trey Harris.
Pass interference, defense, number 1. That penalty decline. 2-point try is good.
Cyrus Allen and then Trey Harris with back-to-back receptions in the end zone to produce points, and Louisiana Tech, in the most unlikely fashion, has come roaring back to tie it with 2 tremendous catches and 2 gutsy, courageous throws by the freshman quarterback, Landry Liddy, the number 3 signal caller for the Tech Bulldogs in today's game.
When Matthew Downing went down on the turf and the ball went off of the fingertips of Cyrus Allen, I don't know if anybody else in this building, minus the Bulldogs on that sideline, thought that this comeback could be completed. You insert a true freshman quarterback. He hadn't been in this situation before, and he comes through in the clutch in the biggest way possible for his team. And now that true freshman from Calvary Baptist may very well have to put the team on his back in overtime.
Otoviano takes the handoff again, cuts back, he's at the goal line, touchdown. Rice with running plays. Gets to the end zone quickly and changes the scoreboard with its first overtime possession.
That was efficient. And Ottaviano did most of the damage there for the Owls, and they will force Louisiana Tech to counter with a touchdown of their own.
Christian Van Sickle, who has not missed an extra point this year, is ready to strike it. And it is good. 4th down. Harris in motion to the slot. Liddy looking. Sends it to the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Trey Harris again. And Landry Liddy has delivered again. My goodness!
Now that, Lynn, is the stuff of legend for the freshman to deliver this ball perfectly. What a gutsy throw, making it and keeping those feet in bounds. Louisiana Tech now will, in fact, keep the offense on the field and go for the win.
Liddy has uncorked 2 touchdown passes. Can he get another 2-point conversion? This for the win. The throw, lobs it well out of the reach of the intended receiver, and this game is over. Rice has held on. The pass appeared to be intended for Cyrus Allen, and it was well overthrown. And Rice escapes. Chris, we saw so many emotional highs and lows in this game. And the emergence of Landry Liddy, perhaps the most unlikely hero today. But he delivers time after time after time. But in the end, Rice holds on and will go back to Houston with a 1-point win.